Morning, everybody. I'm Steve Lentini, the founder of Lord and Lentini Training for Life and of 24hourgoodnews.com and the book of the same title, 24 Hour Good News. And the subtitle is, the title of the book is 24 Hour Good News, The Infinite Walks With You. And the subtitle is What My Near-Death Experience Taught Me About Life and Living. And I'm going to share that on my new website, 24hournews.com. And I'll be sharing stories that others share with me of the infinite presence, the moment they felt that presence. And it doesn't have to be in a near-death experience, because when I was as young as 5, I was experiencing the divine, the infinite, God. It seemed like life had a fabric to it, a 3D dimension. And the love of everyone around me and everything in that moment, it was like the now had been accentuated. And until I was an adolescent, those moments were frequent. Later on, as an adult, my egoic little acorn brain, that little voice that talks to me, and when I ask others, they all agree, or most, that they have that voice. The others are probably fibbing to themselves, because that voice is insidious. It might even interrupt a restful night's sleep because it continues to chatter. And so, what I'm going to be sharing is what I learned in my near death experience on November 18th, 2002, that the divine is never absent. One second, I was in intensive care, and the next second, I was one with everything and nothing. And there was only the now, there was no past or future. And I couldn't connect the events together until I was back in my body. And what life was doing, the gift in that whole experience that led to 100 days in the hospital, 60 straight, and 6 months out of work, was the divine waking me up to my purpose. My life's purpose is to share that immense love I felt as a child, that 3D experience of life in the moment, that rich fabric of life. And then, of course, this experience on November 18th, 2002, where I actually got a glimpse of what's next. I don't call it death anymore. I call it what's next. And I can tell you, it doesn't matter what you believe or what you believe in, faith in a higher power, and maybe not. I don't know. I suspect it doesn't matter. Do you think for one moment that the creator of an infinite universe that we don't understand today, physicists are still discovering amazing things. Look at what the Hubble and the James Webb and some of the powerful observatories are discovering about the universe. It's a miracle that we live in. And we call it the universe to give it a dimension in our mind, because our egoic little brain, this little acorn brain, I call it, I've trademarked that, wants a dimension. It wants definition to things. We live in something we cannot define or describe. We live in a miracle, and every moment is a miracle, including the darkest ones, the painful ones, the chaotic ones, not just the moments and the people we love. Everything is the infinite, or God, the goddess, the divine, the Brahma, the Buddha, the Abraham, the Christ, the Muhammad, whatever you call that divine, the Krishna. Do you think for one moment the creator of an infinite life in a universe, right? So we have dimension, made one way to go home? ET, phone home. Just think about that. That's all. And I'm not asking you to believe in anything I believe in or to follow what I say, because I say never follow anyone or anything blindly. To my clients, I say, if I ever tell you I've found the way to live a life, run away. but embracing every moment adds a richness to your life, and especially the ones you don't like. If you stop, surrender, have gratitude, and ask, what is this trying to teach me? What's the gift in this? And that's what we'll be discovering. How am I to learn and grow from this? Because that's the purpose of our lives. And to find how we can return our gifts to the universe, to the earth, to the universe. And think about it, the universe is an energy. It's all energy. What energizes you is a clue to what your purpose is. So I urge you to try to find it by surrendering to what's most uncomfortable and surrendering to life itself. As my phone is ringing, I'm grateful. And I hope you visit my new website, 24hourgoodnews.com, and consider making a contribution. There's still time for me to add your story into the upcoming book, and or you can pre-order it. You can email me, steve@stevelentini.com or steve@24hourgoodnews.com. Thank you, and I'm grateful. I hope you embrace your journey because it's all the infinite. It's all God. It's all the divine or the goddess. It doesn't matter what you call it. And you've got to prove that to yourself. This is based on my experience, what I experienced the day I left my body and joined the infinite. What I can tell you is it's amazing. And if we all had a peek, hopefully not before you finish watching this YouTube, we wouldn't be so petty. That I know for a fact. And I'm still working on it all. It's a journey. Back in my body, it's a journey. I'm still learning and growing. Thank you for watching. I'm grateful.